All right. I love groups like this with people who've been following me a while, hear my process, know how this works, so that I don't have to go over the whole darn thing. I will just summarize for you guys to please remember that they're talking to you, not me, and that I'm just the medium, and that the channel, the interpreter, if you will. I don't get to control what they bring forward, and I don't know why they're telling me what they're telling me. They're talking to you, not me. I'm just the translator. So I don't get the backstory on why they're telling me to say certain things. An example, just a couple of days ago, I did a reading for a lady that came here, and her mom was apologizing for the distance and space that they had between them before she passed. And she kept showing me it was because of the addiction. And I was like, oh, did you have the addiction or your mom? And she goes, no, my brother did. My brother had such a bad addiction, and all her attention went to him. So you see, I'm just the translator translating the messages, but they're talking to you, not me. So you have to help me put the pieces together. They're very specific, but I'm not in your life. So you have to help me line these up. Does that make sense? Okay. All right, you guys. So who am I going to start with too? I just keep hearing Becky, 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 Becky. Maybe that's because I just emailed you. I'm not sure. But you have the brother on the other side, don't you? Where's Becky? I don't have my glasses on. So Becky, you got to take your mute off and you got to like say hi to me. Where are you?
I'm here.
There you are.
My phone
How
was
are
like
you?
acting up.
What?
I'm good. My phone was acting up. Like everything's against me today.
No, you see, don't say it that way. This is why you're here today, is because what you have to understand, it's funny that you say that because there's no such thing as fluke, random, or chance. That's a coincidence that you say that right after Christine up here was just telling me how GPS was all freaking out on her. And I was just explaining that when you have spiritual interference, your electronics go haywire. That's not you having a bad day. That's you having a spiritual day. Spirit's trying to get your attention. When they start coming in, it can mess with the electronics around you. If you view that as this is having a bad day, this sucks, then you're missing the communication. If you say, what do you want? Why are you doing this? What message do you have? You get the message. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So the reason why your technology is messing up is because your brother's energy is so strong. That's all I can hear. Becky, 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 like in my head, that loud. Interesting. Yeah, because you were the one that didn't get the link for the receipt too, right?
Yeah, no, I just got a confirmation and I was like, I'm waiting for my mom was gonna join. And then I was like, I don't know, I still haven't got my email confirmation. I'm like, I'm gonna message her because it's getting kind of close. Glad I did.
Where there's a will, there's a way. All right, let's jump in and see what he's got to say, because obviously there's a message where he's trying to get your attention for something. Let's do this. Ready?
Yep.
Both feet flat on the floor. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me. And give me a minute to focus. So it's interesting. So I know in this puzzle dump, let me start over. When we do that connection exercise, they give me a puzzle dump. And in this puzzle dump, usually they take me through their passing and all of that kind of stuff. But I have read for you guys before. I don't remember how we passed, but he said that I've already taken you through this 15 times. I don't want to go through that again. They know that I already know this is the brother figure on the other side. So he's like, just go to what I want you to talk about. And then I see him in shorts and I'm hearing leaving on a jet plane. Are you guys going on a vacation? Is somebody taking a trip somewhere?
No, not that I know of.
I see
I don't
palm
know.
trees. I see palm trees. I see a beach. I see you and the person. You're married, correct?
Yeah. I always bug him to go on vacation. He never will. He refuses to go anywhere. He just would rather hunt and fish at home. And
Okay, so stay with me here. I figured out the message. So you got to understand that spirit speaks energy. synchronicity and alignment. And it is not an accident in the order these messages come in. It's not an accident in the conversations we have and the order that we have it. Now, what did we just establish? I don't know if you were here before. We might have had some of that conversation before I started recording as well, but that we can hear spirit through we think it's our own thoughts, but your heart is actually picking up their energy communicating with you. You heard me having that conversation with Christine
Yep.
up there, right? You were meant to hear that. Because what your brother needs you to know is that if you want, why does he said that's his friend? Not just your husband. That's my buddy right there. He can hear me because I'm in his heart too.
They were really close. My brother, he lived with me, so like my brother, we would always tease him like he was like Murray, because if I had issues, I would go to my brother, but if Chad had issues, he would go. So he was like the referee of the relationship, I guess. But they were really close.
So because he was really close, remember what I was just saying? I'll say it again because I don't know if I was recording at that time. Your heart is the tuner that tunes into your brother's presence, and your mind interprets what he's saying to you as your own thought. So what he's saying to you is that if you want your husband to take you on a vacation, all you got to do is ask your brother to help you with that. Ask him to help you with that. Tell him where you want to go and get him to help you with that. Tell him to convince your husband to let you go and to take you somewhere. And then you watch him work his magic. And he's going to convince your husband. Your husband's going to have some brilliant idea to go to some vacation somewhere. He's going to get some deal. It's going to be hard to pass up. You watch the way that he lines this up. And then you will know that he's still here. He's still being the referee from the other side. See, when they come through with their energy and their personality. So if that was his personality in the physical world, that's still his personality on that side. He's like, stop treating me like I'm dead. I'm still here. And if I was still here, you would be asking me to tell him that we need to go on this vacation. I hear honeymoon, but it feels like, did you have a honeymoon?
No, we didn't. We just like we
See?
eloped in the backyard.
Your brother said you deserve a honeymoon, and that if you ask him to help you with it, he's going to use synchronicity and alignment to line it up in your world. And your husband will go along with it because he's hearing your brother's voice as well. It sounds like his own thoughts. He took the white blanket off of your shoulder. The white blanket is my symbol for watching over somebody that has health or stress issues. Feels like you've just been very stressed lately. It's not so much health. I just feel the stress. Maybe there's a sick child as well, because my
Yep. My little, she's 19 months old. She just got over RSV. And then I'm dealing with like job issues.
See, I can feel the stress on you and the pain in the chest around the child. And so this is a message to you to just let you know to relax. It's okay. It's going to be okay. Focus on what you need going forward. Ask for what you need. Ask for, be specific in what you want so that he can help send it to you. He's seeing what's going on. And then in the background, he's like, hi, Mom. He knows that she'll be watching this. Why is he giving you carrots?
I have no idea.
He's giving the little, do you only have the one that's 19 months?
No, I have 3 daughters.
Okay, I was gonna say there's 2 more. I'm seeing 2 more. Why is he giving your kids carrots? Like literally carrots.
I have no idea.
You know what I'm seeing? Celery, carrots, like a bunch of, seeing like peanut butter with celery. You know how when we were I don't know if when you were kids, we called it ants on a log, celery with peanut butter and then raisins on it.
Yep.
Have your kids been eating a lot of sugar lately?
Oh, yeah. My daughter, we actually went out to eat and she ended up, she ate like a big bag of candy and then I let her have a mocktail and I didn't know she ate the bag of candy and she threw up all over the dinner table at the restaurant. I was so mad. And then my other daughter, I gave them a lecture about eating healthy, and my other daughter for lunches this week is peppers and carrots.
That's why he's giving you carrots.
Yeah.
Because he's watching everything going on in your life. And he knows what's going on. And let me just tell you, when you said that story, he said, I'm so proud of my sister. Isn't she a good mama? Isn't she a great mama? Don't be sad that your kid threw up. It's funny because he's like showing me the thoughts. He's like, don't think of it that way. You took that personal. Like, what a bad mom am I? I can't believe I let that happen. He's like, bullshit. That was a good thing. You got to let them do that once in a while so that they'll stay away from the sweets on their own. They're good. Now she's going to know for the rest of her life, too much sweets before dinner makes me sick. So she'll never do that again. But he knows that this is what's going on in your world. That's why he's showing me all these healthy snacks. Like I'm seeing kindergarten snacks. And in kindergarten, you're not allowed to bring the sugar stuff, right? So he's like showing me the kindergarten snacks, and he's showing me how we used to make it fun, dressing them up and ants on a log. Try that with her, because he's showing me that as well. Celery with peanut butter and then raisins on it. And then he showed me the tooth. Did she just lose a tooth or somebody lose a tooth recently?
My daughter, she lost 2.
Somebody else has got another one coming up because you said 2 and he goes, and one more. And I heard wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
She might be. She's always losing teeth.
Please know he's around you and he's watching everything going on, and that he's hearing your thoughts and seeing everything in your life. And if you ask him for what you need, he's going to send it. He really wants you guys to go away. It feels like, not go away, but you know what I mean, go on vacation and have that vacation that you deserve. And it's almost like him lining it up in your world is no problem. That's easy for him. The hard part for him is getting you to believe it's possible. If you believe it's possible and you ask him and you thank him for lining this up for you before you even go, and you tell him where you want to go, and you talk to your husband about it, and you get excited saying, I know we're going, I don't know when, but I know we're going, and brother's going to help with it, blah, 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 blah. You watch how quickly that all lines up. And when it does, know that he helped with that. It's funny because on one of my previous readings, I don't remember when it was, could have been this, it could have been alive, I don't know. They give these kinds of future messages every once in a while, right? And in one of these messages I did, this lady's loved one kept showing me ducks by her house, like rubber ducks, something about the rubber ducks, rubber ducks, rubber ducks.
Oh, I saw that.
And she had no clue what that meant, right? See if I can find it rather quickly. I don't know if I can. We'll see. She sent me a message and she understood the rubber ducks. Yes, here, listen to this. Oh no, that's not it. Ha, I really want you to know this. Hold on. Okay, well, I guess it's not meant for me to read on a live because I don't know where it
That
is.
was it was just like my last reading. I had a free reading. Was it Christmas Eve that you did? My brother. And you said that my brother was showing my husband like cutting wood and lumber and that. And we were out in the garage about a week after, and my husband was like, what was that message again? So my brother was a roofer and he had this hatchet, and this hatchet was his baby.
Right.
And my husband took the hatchet and he was cutting wood with it. I had no idea he was cutting wood with it, but he left the hatchet outside overnight. And then the next day he said, oh my God, Billy would be rolling around in his grave because I left his baby outside. And then he's like, it never clued into me. That's probably what she meant about the lumber and everything. It's because I had his hatchet. He saw that I had his hatchet outside. And I'm like, I had no idea. I'm like, see, I'm not crazy, Chad.
Spirit does those things. And the thing about the rubber duck was that a week later, so just yesterday or today, that lady messaged me and said a week after that reading, her child was walking home from school and found the rubber duck. Right as she was walking in the house, something like that. I might have butchered the story, but her child found the rubber duck walking home from school, right like a few days after I said rubber duck, and it kept showing rubber duck, rubber duck. Now that's extraordinarily specific and weird. This is what I mean. They're talking to you guys, not me. I'm just the translator trying to make it make sense, but I'm not in your world. And spirit has access to the future. So when they give you a message like that, it's not meant to like criticism. Oh, you got my axe out there. It's meant as, see, I know what you're doing. I can see the future. I can see the present, because that's extremely specific to what's going on in your here and now. So that in that moment when you and your husband were standing together, he knew that your brother was there with you guys, because you already told him about that before, and he was the one that helped put that together. So it was meant for you guys to clue in together, because your husband's a skeptic. That's how
Yep.
spirit gets a message to somebody that I'm not even reading. Somebody who maybe doesn't believe in this, by giving you a message that doesn't make sense now, only makes sense in the moment. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to let him pull his energy back. Just know that he loves you so much, and he's like really proud of himself that he's going to get you that honeymoon that you deserve.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, where's that grandfather that was here earlier? Where's Miss Kaylee? There she is. Right in the middle.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm okay.
You're a little nervous. Your energy is very blocked. Like, I just want you to share your body language with you so that we can shake this out. You're like, that's a little hard to read that way, honey.
Yeah, sorry.
No, don't be sorry. We're just going to shake that out. That's just nerves. But I'm telling you, your grandfather's like, my turn, my turn, my turn. I'm like, okay, we're going to you next. It's your grandfather you want to connect with, right? Was he a smoker too? Because it just got really smoky in here.
No. I smoke.
Oh,
I
interesting.
smoke.
Because when they connect with me, if they're not a smoker and I smell cigarette smoke, that always tells me that they're with the smoker. So if you're smoking, that's his way of telling me, yeah, you're picking up on me and I'm with her right now. Because as soon as I connected to your energy, I could smell the cigarette smoke. Isn't that weird how I can do that? Creepy.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready to do this?
Yeah.
All right. Both feet flat on the floor, sweetie.
Yeah.
Now, I want you to close your eyes. And then when I'm done talking, I want you to take a deep breath. I want you to picture that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Oh, okay. Slow down, bud. Slow down. He honestly feels more like a father figure. Okay, here we go. You've heard me explain the puzzle dump before, hun?
Yeah.
Okay. Right away, I can feel the distorted energy around your grandfather's passing. Now, distorted energy comes from grief, pain, trauma around somebody's passing. Feels like there was a quick eject out of my life, like his passing was sudden or you found out suddenly. I wouldn't be surprised if this was heart or something, because remember, they take me through their death from their experience, not from ours. And I just get where a struggling to breathe a little bit, a bit of dizzying thoughts or unable to communicate right before I pass. I feel very tired and the energy kind of drained, like I'm getting weaker and weaker. But his actual passing feels like, even if I was feeling a little bit ill, we weren't expecting him to go when he went. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like we knew he was sick and he was sick for a bit, but like he wasn't supposed to go the day he was supposed to go. Like the mayor came to the house the day like that he passed to give him his like volunteer award, and like he passed that morning, like
Yeah.
an hour before we got there.
Because he didn't want to miss it. So what I mean by that is sometimes in the physical state, our body is too crippled and incapacitated. And so when the mayor came, your grandfather was there right beside him, dressed right up with bells and whistles on, like, woohoo, I'm here, I'm not missing this. Don't look at that dead old thing and laying there. I'm right here. And he's like, thanking you. There's two people that accepted on behalf of him. 2 + 1. 3 people that accepted on behalf of him. Yes?
Probably, like, yeah, there was my grandma, me, my mom, my sister, or not my nieces, the mayor, the MP. Yeah,
See,
like
he
it
was
was,
there. He was honored, like extremely excited to be a part of that. Hold on a second. Okay, hold on, buddy. Hold on. I don't know what he did, but now he's showing off all his awards. He's like, it wasn't the first time I was given an award. And then he's showing me his awards. He's got awards for something else as well. And then he shows me the heart going around him. And does he have a child or a younger sister on that side? Because he's bringing forward somebody underneath of him as well, showing me the heart, which is my symbol for healing and reconnection.
he has his sister. He has his sister there.
They have been reconnected on that side. He's got healing from that reconnection. I don't know if there was distance or space emotionally, or if she's been there a long time, or how you understand that, but he's again emphasizing the heart going around them and the healing that he has to be reconnected there. He's going back to the awards. Do you know why he would be showing me that there's more than one award for him?
It's either for him or for us.
Yeah, I mean, like my mom and my aunt, they used to do gymnastics. I'm downstairs in the basement on the wall. There's awards all over the walls. Like there's like medals, like there's one wall and it's just all like their awards. Like there's one board of her awards and one board of my aunt's awards.
Yeah, yeah. And is this award that the mayor brought for him, is it some kind of trophy or something?
It's like a medal. Yeah, it's like a
Like
little like medallion thing. Like,
And do they have it with the rest of the awards downstairs?
oh,
Not that
I'm
one.
not sure
He has
actually.
a lot of certificates.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
He has a lot?
Yeah,
lot of
he has a lot of like,
certificates, yeah.
I'm telling you, that's what he's saying to me. Whether it's an award, a certificate, whatever you want. This is what he's telling me, that he's got a few of those. He's got a bunch of those.
yeah,
You
like
know what
he
I
was
mean?
very like he was yeah, like he did a lot for the community.
He's still trying to help get the community. Let me tell you, he's still right there. And the other women in the room right now, he's like, I know you're there. Mwah, 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 mwah. He's loving you guys all up. He's like, can't you smell me? I'm surprised you can't smell me. I think he overdid it with the cologne or something. I can smell somebody's telling him like, knock it off with the cologne. It's interesting that they're saying it that way, because what he just showed me is that he's trying to let you know he's there. Now, sometimes they will communicate through scent, and only you can pick it up because you're the what? How do I explain this?
Well,
It's
like
like,
last week I wore like his sweater for like the first time in a while.
did it have his scent on it?
Like not really. It kind of smelled like closet because I've kept it in there since he passed, but like
Do you remember what
it
cologne
smelled.
he wore? Because he's overspraying it, trying to get you to smell him in the physical. He's overspraying his cologne on that side so that you will smell him here. I'm like, why do you want her to smell you? And then you said,
I
well, I
mean,
wore a sweater. He's like, that's why.
well, I mean, my boyfriend oversprays his perfume so much. Like my significant other, like every time I see him, like he smells like he just drowned himself in cologne. I don't know if that's relevant,
That
but
could be part of it as well. See, when you say that, I feel his amusement on that side. And then he said, you need to know that I give you my blessing. And you need to know that if this is the man that you want in your world forever, I will be there. Oh, honey.
the one thing I said was that I wanted him at my wedding.
Oh, he wouldn't miss that, sweetie. He'll be there with bells on. Not just that, he's going to be a part of it. You got to tell him what you want in your wedding. You tell him what kind of dress you want. You tell him where you want it. You tell him, be specific, like you're ordering from a catalog. Write it down, because you're taking the invisible form of vibration and you're writing it down into a 2-dimensional form, and then he can make that into a 3rd dimensional. So, and when that happens, you're going to feel his presence there. This next year, because he said in the summer, but he's taking me one ahead. Is it next summer?
For what? Like,
Your wedding?
I,
You
I
don't know
don't know.
yet. See, there he's bragging a little bit. He can see a bit in the future and a bit in the past.
And like when you said father figure, like he was like my dad. Like
I'm
when my
telling
dad
you, he's
left, like he was the one who was always there for me. Like I have so much stuff like that like reminds me of him, or like I have like an ornament above my bed that says like I have an angel and I have been called grandpa. Like
I want you to keep using present tense words though, okay, sweetie? Because I want you to understand that when you use past tense words, you tell yourself he's dead and gone, and that's going to cause you to hurt. And it's going to cause you to ignore him and think that he can't help you. When you use present tense words, you understand he's still here, just in a different way. He's just invisible, and he can still be a part of your life. You have to include him in your life. Somebody didn't take out the garbage, he said. He's telling them to take out the garbage, take out the garbage, take out the garbage. Why am I hearing? Don't forget to take out the garbage.
I have garbage sitting right there.
Because he's proving a point right now. He is still here. He's just, the soul vibrates so high you can't see him with your physical eyes, but he is still here, sweetie. You were the person that was writing on the live earlier. Why doesn't he ever come through? He never comes through, and da 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 da, right? And the reason is because you say you're thinking he's not coming through. You're saying he's not coming through. You're feeling he's not coming through. So he can't go against your free will. You just ordered him not coming through. You have to switch the way you're saying that and say, thank you for sending me a sign. Thank you for showing me you're here. Thank you for the message that I know you are sending me. I might not have received it yet, but I know it's on its way. Do you see the difference? The
Yeah.
second you do that, he can start sending them. He's not gone, sweetie. He's still with you, and he's still a part of your life. He's just not allowed to interrupt your free will. He lived his life. He's not allowed to come down and tell you what to do. He's allowed to send you what you ask for and help align in your world, and so you can feel his presence that way, but he can't choose for you. And if you are ordering what you don't want, he can't stop you from doing that either. But he's not going to go down and meet you in that. He's just going to wait for you to order what you do want so he can send it, including that ring.
Yeah.
He wants to thank the family for the way that they laid him to rest. And he put the white blanket around, I think it's your grandmother's shoulders, because he gave me the yellow and the red rose. The yellow rose is my symbol for friendship, and the red rose is my symbol for marriage. The thing is, or not marriage. Isn't that funny that came out? It's my symbol for birthday, anniversary, or a date that happens once a year. But what's interesting about this is the yellow rose usually means separation. Not usually, but a lot of times means separated or divorced before I pass.
That was my grandma's favorite flower, and every single like color and every single like birthday, anniversary, he always got our yellow carnations.
So there you go. Another example of how they're talking to you, not me. And is she in the room right now?
My mom is his daughter, and she's been broken ever since too.
He's not gone, guys. He's still here.
Mom,
He
come
wants
here.
to help you put those pieces back together, and he's thanking your mom. He's thanking her for helping looking after grandma. And he's showing me the dimes. I think she's been finding dimes. Does she understand that?
She's crying, bawling, and laughing at the same time. Are you okay, Mom?
Yeah. He just needs you to know he's still here. He's never going to go away. It's a little different than when he was speaking English. Now he speaks synchronicity and alignment. But I promise you, if you keep talking to him, he'll keep talking back. All right. He's pulling his energy back. I hope that was helpful, sweetie.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
It was. Thank you.
You're welcome.
My mom said thank you too.
You're welcome. Why do I want to say happy birthday to her? When is her birthday?
Her birthday is not till summer.
So who's got the birthday coming up? Because as he's pulling back, I hear happy birthday.
His just
That's Taylor.
yeah. Well, Taylor's my sister's is coming up February. His first grandchild.
Got ya. So he'll be there for that. As he's pulling back, all I hear is happy birthday, and he's showing it to me around mom too. So that would make sense because
Mom, yeah.
yeah, slow that down. Because it's her child, right? So just one word of warning as he's pulling his energy back. Your daughter, or I mean your sister.
Yeah.
Grandpa's showing me as he's pulling his energy back, the soul in his arms that he may send to her if she's wanting that. I don't know if they're wanting another child or something like that, or how that child would come in down that line, but he's holding a baby there.
Maybe it's yours because she has 4.
So yeah.
Mom said she's already got 4.
Yeah.
Ah!
Send it Kaylee's.
She said send it to my way.
And then he goes, put a ring on it, put a ring on it, let's go.
That's exactly what I said. I said I'm not no babies, no nothing until I get married.
So then that could be
And yeah.
that could be the validation that he heard you, that as soon as that ring goes on, there's that little boy's there. Oh, shh. I was trying not to say, but yeah.
I've always wanted a little boy. So that's right. Like
He's coming, and your grandfather's already getting to know him, and he said he's already got my name, and I see it being passed down. He already knows that you've planned to name him after that.
he knew that.
Yeah. All right. All right, hon. Hope that was helpful.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Yeah, because my nephew it was born right after he passed, and he has his like name.
His name as well. That's okay. 2 people can have my name, I heard.
Yeah, because he knew I was fighting my sister about it. I was like, no, I'm putting his name in in my son's name, and she was like, so am I. Like,
That's okay. He's not offended by that. He's like, all the girls want me. Your grandfather's funny. Just saying.
yeah.
All right, hon. Have an amazing rest of your day.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay, I keep hearing the word Lawrence, and I don't know why I'm hearing Lawrence, 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 Lawrence. That's interesting. Nobody understands that name? Okay. Interesting. Who am I going to? Nikki, I'm going to come to you because as soon as I decided I was tapping in, who do I go to? Your energy makes me itchy. So let's do that
Great.
first. I'm not scratching for fun. Okay, who do you want me to focus on, hun?
My son's father, my ex.
And it's not Lawrence, right?
No.
That's good. He's just, and then he goes, just breaking the ice, just breaking the ice, just breaking the ice, getting you laughing. All right, ready to do this?
I think so.
See why he's breaking the ice? Take a deep breath for me and then blow out those nerves for me, because if you have a block, it's going to make it harder for me to connect. I promise they don't out you on anything. They say things in a way that even I don't understand. They're talking to you, not me. They will code it in a way so that you understand it, but nobody else knows specifics on what they're talking about. Okay. And they never bring up anything that's negative, ever. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And he goes, as if I ever would. Honey. Okay, let's do this. Both feet flat on the floor for me. I want you to close your eyes, and then when I'm done talking, I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me, and give me a minute to focus. Okay. right, you ready? Here we go. First things first. My face gets very itchy, which is a sign of disfiguration or that I just did not look at the end of my life the way that I did at the beginning of my life. I feel substance all around me. I feel the distorted energy all around me, sudden, unexpected, traumatic passing. Now, when I feel substance that strong, it's usually, see, it's weird. They don't usually show me substance. I'll feel like I can't breathe and then dizzying thoughts before I pass, but I'm literally hearing substance, substance, substance. Doesn't necessarily mean he was on the substance. It means that something or somebody in his passing had something to do with that. Do you understand that?
Yep.
Okay. Was he the one that was intoxicated? Yeah.
So, very likely.
Okay. Okay. That being said, he shows me, because see, when he says this, I get kind of a headache. I can feel the body pain. And I don't know if you guys have picked this up. I don't usually drink very much during my readings. Sometimes a whole thing will go by 3 hours and I haven't even barely touched my cup. I've drank almost the entire freaking thing. There's like this much left in this reading. He's making me so thirsty. It's not even funny. I didn't know where it was coming from. It's coming from him. He said, tell her I'm not thirsty anymore. I feel so much better on this side. I feel clean from head to toe is how he's showing me himself on that side. Then he shows me distance or space, which means either he was a distance or space away from you before he passed, or he's been gone for some time. How do you understand the distance or space?
So he actually moved to Alberta a year and a half before he passed away.
Got you. Do you know why he's making me feel so thirsty?
I don't. He took his own life, so I don't know if that kind of.
Yeah. It's interesting because they make me feel what they felt as they left this world. And that might be why I don't feel the pain of him passing. Like, remember when I said substance? It doesn't feel like he passed from substance. I can feel substance had something to do with it, but I don't feel like that's what killed him because it influenced it, right? And it's almost like, see, I'm not sure how he did this, if it's like hanging or something. Is that it? Because the way it feels is that it took a little bit for that to happen. And that this is why I'm saying they take me through their experience, good or bad. I feel what they felt. And I feel this unquenchable thirst. That's his last memory, was this unquenchable thirst and not being able to breathe, the dizzying thoughts, and on the other side. Now, this is your son's father, you said?
Yeah.
Man, does he ever have a lot of gratitude for you? The gratitude is just overwhelming. I just gotta let him just settle down for a minute. He's overemphasizing gratitude. Now, when they overemphasize something like that, it's usually because they didn't do enough of it here in the physical world. Or that was his personality. Either he was constantly like thanking you and very grateful for your presence in your son's life, or he didn't thank you enough because he's overemphasizing that from the other side. And then he shows me the tattoo. Did he have a tattoo with his son's name on it, or does your son have a tattoo from him?
No, he's got a tattoo with his son's name on it.
Got yeah. I was like, his son feels kind of young to have a tattoo, but I'm seeing tattoo. Dad has something about the son tattoo, son tattoo.
My oldest just got a tattoo as well,
Got yeah.
who wasn't his, but he for sure was his male role model. And he just got his first tattoo, and it was supposed to be a memorable piece for him, and he ended up kind of going a different way for his first tattoo. But yeah, my oldest just got one as well.
Your husband, or I said your husband, he laughed at me. He said, Dad, just call me Dad. Dad, when you said the oldest one got the tattoo and changed it up a little bit, he gave him the man card and did that grunt from Home Improvement. Arr, arr, arr. I can't do it, but you know what I mean. So it must be like a manly kind of tattoo that he got.
It's a rose with a snake around it. but it's on his forearm. It's a decent sized tattoo, and it was for sure bigger than I thought he was ever gonna get.
That's the man card. Like, good job, my man. Like, you did it. Gave him his license and a car as well. Shows me how proud he is of him. Did he just start driving within the last year or two?
Yeah.
What is with the seats? Is there something about a tear in the seat or a rip in the seat? He's showing me the seat, something about fixing the seat in the car.
Oh, I don't know.
It's a very specific and sign. Slow that down. Is he driving an older car, your son?
No, not. I haven't got him one yet. He's got uses mine or my mom's car. They're both newer.
Oh boy. I'm like, dude, did you rip the seat? He's like, no, listen. That's not it. Remember how we were just talking about how they can help with stuff? I think I got it. There's a car that he's going to get because he's like, just repair the seat, repair the seat. You got to get this right. Make sure she understands this. He's going to get you a really good deal on a really great car. It's not going to be a new car, but it's going to be a really great car. It's going to be discounted because there's something to do with like a scratch seat or something with the interior that has nothing to do with the exterior that we can fix real easy. So they will use situations like this to get you an incredible deal. So if you say, all right, Dad, find him a car, find him a really great car, and then boom, it's going to synchronize into your world like that. So watch for that. Again, he's thanking you for being a mom to these boys. I keep seeing like 12, 13, 14. How old is your youngest or like his child?
He just turned 10.
So he's in that age, just a little bit younger. I'm hearing fishing in the dark. Do you guys go fishing?
Yeah.
He's thanking you for that. Is there another man in your world as well?
Yeah, and a new, more recent.
He's happy about this. He just looked at you and he goes, "Hun, you deserve to be happy. You deserve to be happy." Almost like you're having to convince yourself to allow yourself to be in a relationship. He's not, you guys were broken up before he passed too, correct? Because he gave you the yellow rose.
Yeah.
He's like, see, you were right. What a way to find out you were right, hey? Like you left him because I feel like of the black cloud around his head. Like he's just taking you down, that energy. It's like, I can't fight this no more. I can't do this no more. And he's like, so grateful that you did that because you pulled his kids out of that black shadow that he had around him. And now you're aligning them with, you're teaching them fishing, you're teaching them, man stuff and doing life stuff with them and bringing somebody in their world that they can look up to. And they're playing, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. He's playing that song as this guy comes through. So he's a good man so far, hey? It feels still kind of new, like you said, 3-4 months maybe. How long has he been around?
Yeah, I think it's been 4.5 months maybe.
But so far it's good.
So far it's been good. And even like my youngest is having a hard time just because we just came up to a year of his dad's passing. So he's been having a bunch of breakdowns, and my new partner is very understanding and very patient about the whole situation, stays out of it completely. And
That's why he's playing, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. Thank him from Dad. And then as for the son, he said, he's showing me what he's written or drawn for him. Does your son, he's 10, does he draw pictures or did he write something for his dad? Because he's like, you let him know, I've got it right here. He shows me the whatever is written or drawn and he puts it to his heart. And it's like, if he's writing to him or drawing for Dad, Dad's got everything he's ever written or said right here. He hears him in the present. And then he put the test on the fridge, which is my symbol for getting better grades, doing better in school. He's like, no, 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 boy, you can do this. Don't let it slip again. You got this. You got this. Almost like he's been struggling. The grades go up and then down and then up and then down. And he's like, ah. Something about cleaning his room. He did a really good job cleaning his room or something like that. His dad said. He's like, look at this room though. Like, look at this. Good job, boy. Good job, boy. Do you understand that? Did he just clean his room?
Yeah. Yeah, and he takes a lot of pride actually in keeping his room clean. And he
See?
has like certain setups where he puts stuff that was his dad's.
So that's why his dad would show it to me that way. You understand I have 3 boys and none of them have been clean and organized at 10 years old. Not a single one of them. So I can't guess that. That's something only his dad could say if he could see what's going on. That's his dad's way of letting his son know, I am still here. I'm not gone. Here's him in the background. Please know how much he loves them and how grateful he is to you. And that if you need anything for those boys, just know he's going to serve it up. He's going to align you with it. And I'm seeing you picking a dentist. I'm not sure what that's about. There's something about needing a dentist and needing to know where to go or how to do that. Do you know what I'm saying? This is specialist.
I hope not. Extra expensive if it comes to dentist. No, but it's funny actually because I was just talking today about how I was gonna have to get both the boys in to get their teeth done when I get back from my trip in a couple weeks.
Got
And I'm
ya.
sure my youngest will need extra dentist stuff.
If he does, you just tell dad, send the money. Tell dad, send whatever it is that has to be paid or that needs to be done, and he will send it. Watch it align in your world in a way that'll blow your mind. And in that moment, you will know that there is no such thing as fluke, random, or chance. You will know that he's with you because it will be mathematically impossible to be fluke, random, or chance. After you said, okay, you want him to get braces? Send me the money. Boom. $5,000 lands in your lap. I guess you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then he's giving you pop. As he's pulling his energy back, he gave you guys pop. Like, I'm in Canada. I don't know if you guys call it something different. Are you in the States?
No.
Soda. You know what I mean by pop, right? I'm seeing like Coke and I'm seeing like Sprite and why am I seeing pop?
I have no idea.
He's a little irritated with my library. See, I don't drink. I think this is an alcoholic beverage that we're putting together here. I don't drink. He's pulling together pop and he's putting some kind of alcohol in it. Did he used to drink? Like, I know there was some kind of substance, but did he drink as well?
I mean, he would have. I mean, a lot of drinking also led to kind of the further substance.
When I'm asking him, what is this about, as he's giving you the pop, it feels like somebody toasted him, or I don't know how to explain it. I'm feeling everybody getting together. It feels like it's a mix for a drink. So it's either a mix for punch, it's a mix for like alcohol drink, but everybody's around and I'm there. So either you guys got together and toasted him with some kind of alcohol drink, or there was some kind of event that you recently went to that had like, or that you hosted. It feels like.
His birthday was actually yesterday. So on the 7th, we were at his parents' place. There wasn't much alcohol, but I mean, we had a glass of wine.
So I understand now. Was he a wine drinker?
No.
So if you guys were all gonna sit around and have a drink for him, if he was still here, he'd be like, what the heck is this shit? Let's mix the real drinks up, yeah? That's what I mean. He's giving you the mix for the real drinks because he tastes what you taste. He sees what you see. He's where you are. They live vicariously through us. They are pure energy, and your senses are sensing the energy in the world around you. So what you sense, he can sense. So that's his humor coming through, going, what the heck is this bullshit? What is this? Mix the real thing. If you want to toast me, then let's get the real thing going here, hey? Aw. And then as he pulls his energy back, he shows me um, the ashes. I feel like somebody's got his ashes. I don't know if that's in a chain, a necklace, because he shows me the jewelry, like I'm grabbing my necklace, but I see the gratitude for the ashes. Do you have some of his ashes?
Both my boys have urns of just small separated. We all kind of got something. And then his mom also has a bracelet that has the ashes in it.
So he knows that. He knows that. And as he pulls his energy back, he shows me the school pictures. He's like, I love them. I love them. I love them. I love them. I don't know if you guys just got them back. It feels like right before Christmas or something. He's like talking about school pictures and how he loves them this year.
I did hockey pictures.
Okay. I don't have
Just
hockey
ran
in
out
my
of-
library, but pictures. You see what I'm saying? That was just recently.
Yeah, right before Christmas.
That's what he was showing me right before Christmas. Love the pictures this year. Love them this year. That's what he's saying as he's pulling his energy back. So let your son know he was there for that as well. He's pulling back. I hope that was helpful, hon.
Yes, thank you.
You're very welcome. All right. All right, Miss Krista, I'm coming to you. It's interesting. I always tell people, I don't know who you told to get the heck out of the room, but that was kind of funny. I just saw that. You don't have to be psychic to understand that. F off, my turn. Just kidding. Kind of. So, just so you know, when Spirit saves you for the end, I'm glad you were listening to all those messages because it's not an accident in the order that these messages come through. You understand that? Who do you want me to connect to, hon?
My dad.
Got it. Oh, I love his energy. Okay. He just showed me the Pillsbury Doughboy. What's with that? Did he have a bit of a belly?
We used to joke around and call each other fat kids.
All I know is I'm starting to connect to his energy, and right away he's like, I'm the Pillsbury Doughboy. And I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm telling you, he's funny. Okay, here we
He
go.
is funny.
Ready to do this?
Yeah.
All right. Both feet flat on the floor.
Okay.
I want you to close your eyes, and then I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me, and give me a minute to focus. Your dad's got some very nurturing energy, I'll tell you. Very warm, nurturing energy. I don't feel that from men all the time. But that's the first thing I feel about his energy when he comes through. And then he tells me, oh, can you just tell her I feel so much better? It feels so good on this side. Like it really is heaven just by how good it feels over here. He's very much emphasizing how good he feels. So he must have been in some pain before he passed. That, and he just shows me like having no energy, not being able to have quality of life, not being able to help the way I wanted to help. You know what I mean? And then I don't know if he had lost some consciousness or some mental clarity before he passed as well. Do you understand that?
I guess a little bit. It was sudden. He was at work and he had a heart attack, and on the way there, I think he had lost consciousness a few times, and
Got it. So I know why he was showing it to me that way. Took me a minute to understand why that he's showing it to me that way, right? Because heart attacks are usually sudden and instantaneous, but that's not what he showed me. He showed me, oh my gosh, I feel so much better. I felt better the second I was over here, so much stronger. But he showed me all the energy being depleted from his body, and he showed me the inability to communicate. So what I think he's trying to say is that he fought leaving. He didn't just go quietly into the night. He fought until there was no energy left in his body. He fought as hard as he could because he didn't get a chance to say goodbye. But the second he got over there, sweetheart, he was okay. He doesn't want you to worry about him. He needs you to know that he is okay. And it's interesting because he's showing me staying tethered to the body, which is when the soul stays tethered to the body with a spiritual umbilical cord, kind of like the baby is tethered to the mother's body with an umbilical cord. They will do that. It feels like he was waiting for you guys to get there to say goodbye before he left the body. So as you all came in the room, he was still there with you. He heard everything that you said. I felt the kisses, he said. I smelled your smells. I felt the kisses. Somebody kissed his eyes and his forehead and his cheeks. Like I feel kissed on every inch of my body. I can feel somebody stroking my hair. I can feel them holding my hands. I can feel the teardrops on my face. He's like, just know that I'm with you and that I will never leave you. He put the white blanket around Mom's shoulders, and he put the heart around you guys, which is healing and reconnection. He loves her so much. They were still together when he passed, yeah, because he just said, love of my life.
Yep. He would always call her that.
Still is. He's showing me a bunch of pasta, and I see Garfield. Did he like pasta?
I would lure him over here. We live really close, and I would always lure him down here when I made meatballs, and he would always come here when I made meatballs.
It still works, he said. It still works. When you cook, I come. Because remember I said it's not an accident in the order these messages come through. And what did we just say? What you cook, they taste. What you eat, they taste. What you experience, they experience. So when you still make his favorite meals, he shows up and eats it.
Yeah, I haven't been able to make the spaghetti and meatballs, but
That's why he's like, come on, let's get on it. I want my favorite. That's pasta. You see what I'm saying? He's like, if you make it, he will come. Loves the house. What's with the house? Love the house. Tell her I love the house. I love the house. Did you move after he passed? What's with the house?
no. I don't know. There's nothing.
You live real close to Mom, right?
Yeah.
Mom did something to the house after he passed. He's not talking to you. He's talking to Mom.
Oh, she's not here.
Doesn't matter. He's talking about her house. What did she do to the house after he passed? Because he knows. He's like, I love the house. Love it, by the way. Love it. It feels like she made a few changes that he wouldn't let her make here in the physical world, or that she wouldn't have made while he was still here.
No, I don't know, maybe it's talking about the Christmas lights that we put up for him. I don't know.
I feel like I'm going to the backyard. Slow this down. Two messages. One, it feels like she's gotten rid of some stuff or moved some stuff out of the way so that we have more room, and he's validating that he likes that. But at the same time, then I'm going outside into the backyard, and I don't know if there's something about a garden or there's something about Mom doing something at the house that she didn't do when he was here.
I don't know.
That's okay. He goes, you're not supposed to know, because if you know, then it would be meaningless to Mom. Here's how they get a message to somebody who's a little skeptical, or who doesn't understand that, or who might not believe in this, because if he tells you a message to tell her that you don't know, and she knows, but you don't know, and she knows you don't know, that's going to freak her out, and she's going to know it came from Dad. Okay, what does this mean? He shows me the light switch, which is my symbol for choices and decisions around how I passed. And I feel like try to make the choices and decisions around this was like so intensely hard for your mom or somebody that I want to puke. Like I feel like I want to throw up. The nausea of the stress around this is intense. And he's showing me the choices and decisions and how grateful he is that everything that all the choices and decisions you made around his passing were the correct ones and that he's at peace. Was he cremated? He was buried?
No.
Because, see, he keeps showing me that sign. How do you understand that? Like there was some discussion around how we do this.
Um,
I'm seeing plans. Did they already have their funerals and everything planned out before he passed?
no, but I asked the lady who did it to show because it was so sudden. It was so everything was just, you know, I don't even remember it really, but I remember asking the lady, can you show me what my dad did for my grandparents? And we kind of went off of that. And I got my if he's showing you plans, I went ahead and I got like a plot like as next to him as I could get.
Got
So
ya.
I have it.
So this is okay. So I understand the message. He's thanking you for all the choices and decisions that you made of where to bury him. I can feel the stress of this that was so heavy on your shoulders that it made you like almost nauseous thinking about this. And so then he shows me the plans. So the fact that you went and bought plots, and that's why I was like, did they already buy their plots then? Because he's showing me it's already planned out, mapped out, things like that. You made the right choice. That's what he's talking about. If you bought a plot right beside him for you, he wants to thank you for that. Know that he knows about that. And it's funny because are you married or in a relationship?
Yeah, I'm married.
And does your husband want to get cremated? Because I feel like he said, and if he wants to be cremated, there's room for ashes here. That's fine. But my baby girl is going to be buried.
Yeah. This is my daughter's face.
Sorry, I can't see. I didn't have my glasses on. What did you do?
Oh, no, she's just, when you said that, her jaw was just opened.
Because I promise you, he's still there with you. He's hearing those conversations and he's not
Oh,
missing.
he's here. He's here. He's here.
You feel his energy.
There's been so much that he's done. He's here.
Water is a conductor of energy. I heard that again. Does he play with the water at all? Or do you hear messages around water clearer?
One of the last things he did was he put hot water heater in the basement. So I feel like I spent a lot of time down there, like near the water heater, like talking to him.
So know that he knows that you're there because that's what he said in my head. Water is a conductor of energy. And so isn't that interesting? The last thing that he did was install a water tank, and water literally conducts energy. So now you're doubly linked in that space to his energy. So when you're down there talking to him, know that he's hearing everything that you say, because I can't know that.
Yeah.
And that little girl of yours, he's like, "Mwah, I love you, sweetheart. I love you, sweetheart. Do you see my beautiful granddaughter? Do you see my beautiful granddaughter?" And he's like bragging on the other side. He gave her new jeans. Not sure.
New jeans?
Yeah.
I don't know.
When we were watching the video on Christmas Eve, they gave me.
Mm.
What did she say?
Said when we were watching a video, an old Christmas video, he gave her jeans in the video. I don't know.
Okay, this Christmas you were watching a video about Dad, and in that video, Dad gave his granddaughter some jeans for Christmas.
Did he? Yeah, I guess that's what she's saying.
So then that's what he's talking about, because he wasn't talking to you, he was talking to her. See, that's exactly what I mean. The message from your mom for your mom will make sense to your mom because it's meant for her, not for you. The message for your daughter made sense to your daughter because she knows what he's talking about. So when she was watching that video, Grandpa was right there with her. You understand that, sweetie? He's really proud of you. He said that you're artistic, and I'm seeing colors. Do you draw
Who,
or paint?
her or me?
Yes, her, I think.
She's. You can talk to her.
I I don't know what it is.
She's very artistic. She does like theater.
Got ya. So know that when she's performing, Grandpa's there with me because that's what he said. You tell her that I know how artistic she is. That's my beautiful granddaughter, and he's not missing a beat. Nothing. He's not missing nothing. All right. He's pulling his energy back. Well, he's pulling his energy back, and then I feel like he's also acknowledging that he's there. Is she learning to bake, or did we just bake cupcakes or something like this? Like, I feel like we're baking something in the kitchen as he's pulling his energy back.
One of the last times he was here with her, she had made a cake, and right before Halloween, and he had some of the cake.
So, and she hasn't made one since he's passed, hey? See, sometimes you guys, people do this. They say, I can't do this thing that I used to do with you because it will hurt me too much. But what happens is if you stop doing the things that you used to do with them, you stop feeling their presence. Your dad used to be around that hot water tank, so you don't stay away from the hot water tank. You go down there so you can feel his presence. When you do the things you used to do with them, you will feel their presence. They will align signs and symbols, dimes and feathers, and all kinds of symbols in your way so that you will feel their presence. Keep doing those things because I promise you, Dad's not gone. He's still with you. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah. Yep. Thank you.
You're very welcome, hun. Okay. Okay, I'm going to do you guys separately today. Amy, I'm coming to you first. Coming to you first. I know little Timmy's on the other side, but you also have a grandmother over there, don't you?
Yes.
Because she came forward as well. And here's the thing, it feels like their mom's mom is coming forward as well. Your mom's still pretty young, isn't she? How old is your mom? Like in her 50s, 60s?
She's in her 50s, right?
I love how you're shaking your head no. She's not young. You know what, lady? Bite me, okay? I'm almost 50.
My mother's mom is still alive.
Oh, wow. Okay. So it's
She's
her
going to
mom.
be 80.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. Your mom still seems pretty young. And there's a mother figure that's coming in around her. So it's got to be her grandma or coming in around you over her. So it's got to be her grandma.
It's probably most likely.
Okay, before we start, let me just fill up my water cup because Spirit drained me now and I'm like parched. So just give me 1 second. I'll be maybe 2 seconds. Be right back. It's so weird. Sometimes I can read for 6 hours and barely drink a drop. And then sometimes when I'm reading, they just make me so parched. It's not even funny. This is why I can only go 2 or 3 hours before I have to pee. Okay. So you got grandma energy coming through with Timmy today. This is interesting. You ready to do this? Do you have a focus? I don't even ask you. I just assume.
I don't. No, it just is whoever wants to talk it out.
Okay. Well, Timmy brought grandma's because I got the older one on this side and the younger one on this side. So Dad's mom is passed.
Yeah.
All right. Both feet on the floor, my friend. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to take a deep breath. Picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me. Okay. It's interesting because they all step forward and they're all sweeping. And I'm like, why are you guys acting as sweepers? You know what sweepers are usually, right? When I talk about sweepers. So what sweepers are usually is that if we have a soul that passed suddenly traumatically, if there's a lot of distorted energy, it's harder for me to get to. And so people that you don't have as much grief or pain around will step forward to help sweep that energy away because I can hear them really easy. All three of these people are coming forward and sweeping some negative energy out of your path, almost like in curling, if you will. It's interesting the way they're showing me this. You know what curling is, right? They throw the rock down the ice and then they sweep the path so it goes where you want it to go. It's almost like they're trying to tell you that to just let them do their job and you focus on your job and don't tell us how to do our job. Do you know why they'd be telling me that? Like you ask them for something and it's like you're trying to micromanagement how it comes in. I think you know what they're talking about. Do you understand what they're talking about?
I have a need to control everything.
Oh, okay. It's part of your personality.
Yeah, like I don't like when I'm not in control of anything.
So, and then when you say that they're singing Let It Be, Let It Be, it has something to do with getting pregnant and stuff like that as well. And knowing that just because you see, your job is to do the best that you can here and then pass it off to them and trust that they are going to line it up for you because they're all coming through, sweeping it through, guiding it exactly where it needs to go.
Just have been like my body's been super crazy since I had COVID. And I went and I saw my neuro to make sure like everything was like that happened to me was normal. And I figured it was literally MS related because it was my nerves. And she assured me everything is fine and to take it easy, do not overdo, to just relax and that it's going to be fine. And she wanted to do an MRI, but because I haven't had my period yet, she doesn't want to go forward with that. So I do have to start with labs and she's going to check out my numbers, but she really thinks everything is just a-okay. And it was just part of what happened.
So we're waiting to find out. Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
So yeah, like tomorrow I'm supposed to get it. Like that's when I've always got it, but I don't feel like I usually feel the day before I get my period.
You look tired. You feel
I'm
tired.
so tired.
I've been telling you, baby, since like months now. I got goosebumps over every inch of my arms. Every mother in here who's hearing The Simpsons are like, we know what
Everything's
that
been
means.
a little different, but I don't want to get my hopes up.
Have you been peeing a lot?
Yeah.
Boobs hurt?
Not so much. I had headaches for days though, like these slight little annoying headaches out of nowhere. I haven't had them in a while. It's just annoying. I've had some other things happen that I'm not gonna share on a live.
Sneaking up behind you, boom. This Ace of Swords cuts through all the obstacles. And this shows something sneaking in behind you that you weren't expecting here. Would not surprise me. I've been telling you for the last 3
No, because last time you were like, yeah, they said now, and I had COVID, and I'm like, forget you. I feel like crap. Who wants to do that? But we did it once, and it was literally the day before ovulation. And that was it. And then I knew I was ovulating because I know all the signs and all that. And then but I didn't want to get my hopes up. I was like, oh, it's once out of all those days.
I'm getting a yes. I'm getting a yes. I'm getting a yes. I'm getting a yes. Maybe that's why they're showing me. Usually I read you guys together. Usually Timmy comes through and talks to you both. But today they showed me, no, we have to do this separately. And so, and they literally showed me just trust, give it to us, give it control, and let us guide you there.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I'm excited. Oh, I'm excited. Okay, I want to do this one more time. Come on, God, show me one more time, very clearly. Is Amy pregnant? Is baby coming? Oh, okay, you can't make this up. The card that literally flipped over on the deck is the Magician, Manifestation. Voila! And the card on the bottom of the deck is literally Child.
I sure hope so.
I better be your first phone call. Second phone call. Your sister's your first phone call. I better be your second phone call.
I honestly, today it would have been my friend Tiffany. She was like, I want you to try a test. And I go, it's way too early, girl. It's been maybe just 12 days since the last time. Like, I need you to breathe. I know I'm having like weird things happening and you're excited, but I need you all to breathe. Like, my whole job is like waiting for this baby.
So just know that even if you get a false pregnancy test right away, that your HCG levels double every day. So it could take 3 weeks before you test positive, even if you've missed your first period. But I'm telling you, I feel it in your energy field, just the drained energy. Like, it would not surprise me because I've been telling you for months, I feel it on you.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm exhausted.
Welcome to motherhood. That's how you know. That's what it feels like.
I hope so. I'm excited. I didn't want to put too much hope on it. Like, because if I'm not, we're going to give it another go. Like, it's still very early in our process. And I know it's going to happen.
Well, their message of reassurance is you give it to us and we will guide it right through. All right, hon, I'm going to let them pull back. Timmy just kissed your cheek. He's so excited. I'm so excited. I want to know.
Yeah, totally want a girl.
You want to try to get to the circle?
All right. He just jumped over into mom's lap. He's like talking about riding around in the truck with you, Christina, totally talking about riding around on the truck with you, which is funny because we were talking before we started recording on how your GPS kept messing up the first day. He's like, oops, sorry, Mom. I'll sit in the back. I'll sit in the back so I don't mess it up on you. But he likes the big truck. Feels like it's up high.
It is. It's
So
it's a van.
He's like, beep, beep. Did you have to beep at somebody? Did you have to honk at somebody recently?
I don't know. I think so.
I'm literally seeing him on your lap honking.
I think I had to. I can't remember. I know that first day though, I was in tears a few times and I kept asking him for help and maybe he was trying to help me and I just wasn't seeing the signs. And
no, it's just that when they try to help you, you got to understand you're asking a 19-month-old to help you, right? So he's never driven before. So when you're asking this kid to help you and he's trying to use his energy to help you with something that uses energy, he just goes all haywire because he can't physically operate it. And you're asking like a 19-month-old to help you with that. And he's like, sorry. That's why he's like, I'm sitting in the back, Mom. I'm just sitting back here. But you got that figured out, hey?
I don't know. We'll see tomorrow if I can understand the GPS.
No, you're going to do this differently today than you did it yesterday, is what they just said, which means that you're going to, when you get up this morning, I'm going to give you a little bit of homework, okay? So what time do you get up?
6 o'clock.
And what time do you leave the house?
10:20. No, 10 o'clock.
That's enough time. So when you get up at 6, do you take your time, have some easy time for yourself and get some things going slowly? Or do you jump out of bed and have to boo out the door and do all those things? You get out of bed and go, 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 go?
I usually do my daily Bible verse and whatnot. And then I get his lunch ready, wake him up, then do his breakfast and stuff. And then I usually do have a little me time after I get him to school.
Okay, so we're going to switch that around a little bit, okay? So even if you have to get up at 5:30 instead of 6, this is what you do. You get up and the first thing you do is you visualize your day going the way you want it to go. You just visualize it. Visualize yourself getting into the truck. Make up little movies in your head. Visualize yourself, your GPS working awesome for you. Visualize it working so good. Visualize yourself getting a massive tip. Visualize there being no traffic. Visualize getting the best addresses. You see what I'm saying? Visualize things going the way that you want them to go. Thank him for helping with that. And then do your Bible stuff. And then do your day. And what you're going to find, that's called segment intending. You are vibrationally creating what you want to see in the physical reality. Because right now you're doing the opposite, whether you know that or not. You're getting up with the energy from yesterday, and you're feeling the fear and the frustration from yesterday. And so what that will do is it will create it in your today. It's like this. Have you ever gotten up one day and you stub your toe and then you spill your coffee and all day long you go in that energy? Everything just happens. It's because you get in the vibration of what you are thinking and speaking and feeling. So you've got to set the vibration the second that you get up. When you get up and you visualize it all going the way you want it to go, and you thank God for the miracles and the blessings in your day and for having the greatest day ever and showing me how great today can get, then yesterday's in the past. You're not recreating that today. You're creating today the good stuff, and you will line up with that the same way you line up with the negative stuff when you have a bad day like that. You see what I'm saying? So you not working the GPS is actually happening for you, not to you, because what that it gives you the opportunity now is to see how you can self-correct. And now that you can self-correct for this one little area, this one little challenge in your life, and it's going to work so well for you, when you get up tomorrow morning and you visualize this and you give it to them and you thank them for giving you the best day you've had, and you literally say it in that way, and then you have the most amazing day ever, then that GPS malfunction for the first little bit was so in your favor, because learning how to overcome that challenge is giving you a key that's going to unlock many doors in the future, and you're never going to be held back by a frustration like that again. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's just good to see you out of the house. Focus on that. Focus on how you get to get out of the house and you get to get moving again, because he's so excited about that. He's showing me buying groceries and feeling so amazing to buy the groceries that I want to get right. Almost like you get to buy your own food and you don't have to go by what anybody else says. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't forget the peanut butter. What's with the peanut butter?
We have peanut butter, so I'm not sure why.
Did Timmy like peanut butter?
Sort of.
I ate
Kind
peanut butter
of.
today.
I
scooped a whole bunch onto my finger and ate it.
That would not surprise me, because you're a little psychic. And then he's giving it to mom too. He's like, come on, mom, peanut butter. See, what did I say? When you eat their favorite foods, they taste it. Amy's a little bit, I was going to say psychic. I almost said pregnant. Ah.
It's funny because, so my mom, I wanted cocoa really bad the other day. And I was like, I'm going to go get cocoa. My mom's like, I forgot to put it on my list. I really wanted cocoa. You read my mind. Then yesterday, me and my fiance had to go out for my appointment, and it's by Cheesecake, and he loves Cheesecake Factory. So he's like, can we get cheesecake? I go, yeah, only if we get my mom. I bring it home. She goes, you read my mind again. I was going to ask you to pick me up too from the supermarket yesterday, but then you just brought it home. I was like, well, Timmy must be hungry.
See, he's communicating with you because you're easy to hear his thoughts. So you're a little more psychic than you realize. It's not that you're not hearing him, hun, Christine. When I said that, it's almost, he goes, Mom, you're hearing me too, just not the same way, because you have a lot more layers of pain and grief to go through as well, right? So you hear him, it's just not as clear sometimes as it is for somebody that doesn't have, not that she doesn't love him just as much, but you get what I'm saying. For the mama, it's a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
Hold on.
He should be tasting peanut butter though every day. His brother eats it every day for lunch.
It's probably why he's giving it to you. He's talking about his brother, actually. He's talking about Boo. Hold on. Slow this down. Sharif isn't old enough to shave, is he? He's like giving him a razor.
He does have some.
He's like 13, isn't he?
Yeah. He does have some, but he hasn't shaved yet. It's not like so bad where he has to shave yet.
But see, Timmy noticed. And that's something I can't make up because I got 3 boys. None of them have had to shave at 13. So he's like, tell him, haha, I know he's got to shave. I know he's got to shave. He's just so happy. He's like talking about his smile. He's so happy that he's feeling a little better. Sharif seems to be doing a little bit better recently. He's making me feel like his energy's a little bit up there. He's a little more positive. He's starting to come out of this a little bit. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
He's so proud of him. And you, Mama. And you.
Christina.
Hmm.
Spelling bee.
What?
Spelling bee.
What about the spelling bee?
Boo's been doing really good in part of school.
Oh, yeah, spelling bee, yeah.
Interesting. He's so smiling. Like when you clarified that, he's like, you know what? I'm so proud of my brother. I'm so proud of my brother. He showed him the test on the fridge. Is that what made you said that? He said the test on the fridge sign. As soon as you said spelling bee, I saw that sign again, which means getting better grades, doing better in school. But I don't remember if I said that before or after you said spelling bee.
He's always been really good with English. Always. He's always been in like a spelling bee, I feel like.
Well, actually last year he didn't get through to go to the high school. He didn't make it out of the grade, and he was upset about it, but I'm like, that's okay. You can try again next year. You can do it. You've been to the high school from elementary, so you can do it. And then he came home. He's like, yep, Ma, I got to the high school again for the spelling bee. But they postponed it until next Tuesday because of the weather.
So Timmy just gave him shoes. Feels like new indoor gym shoes or something. Because they're white soles. Like he's literally showing me white soles. He needs white soles. Do you know if he not applied, tried out for like a team or
Go
something?
ahead. No, he hasn't tried out for nothing, but he does have white sole sneakers that he's wearing right now, Adidas.
Oh, okay. He's wearing them in the house right now?
No, he wears them he's been wearing them lately, is what I mean. He got 2 pairs of sneakers. I got him a pair, and then Aunt Amy got him a pair.
Oh, I see. So
he's been wearing the white Adidas lately, yeah.
So they bring up signs and symbols like that of just very randomly specific things. I think they're very random, but they're specific to what's going on now as a way to prove that he sees what's going on and that he's still there with you. It's funny. I told you, remember last time when I told you that I got that book, I Love You to the Moon and Back? It's in my kitchen right now. He had me reading that to the kids that were here. I didn't know why I bought it, but then I ended up having a bunch of kids here on New Year's Day, and we all sat down and read it, and I totally felt his little soul right there with me.
Actually, that's funny you say that. I felt his soul when he read that book today. I had to watch the first part on replay, but when you read that little story thing about the little spirit,
God, yeah.
I literally envisioned him the entire time he read that.
So that's what he's talking about. He's thanking you for that, for understanding that concept. He just showed me his angel wings, and then he gave you the feathers. Watch for the feathers on your route. It won't surprise me if you start finding little feathers here and there, especially, I don't know where you guys are, if there's snow or whatever, but we have snow. So if you find a feather, it's really meant to be. But do you guys have snow where you are?
Yeah. So if I find one, then I definitely know.
I think the big thing that he just needs you to know is that you're on a good path. And it's kind of like, you know how long you were kind of in that stuck place where you're like, I can't work and I can't do this and I can't do that. So you couldn't, you were stuck. And the second that you said, okay, help me get a job, help me go here, help me go there, then boom, it all comes in. He's reminding you to thank him for helping you with the tools and supports that you need to overcome the challenge. If the challenge is the GPS, then don't cry about the GPS or be frustrated by the GPS. Ask for what you need to fix it. Ask what you need to overcome that, and he will line it up your way. What does this mean? I saw some kind of bonus coming in. He's talking about, don't worry, there's a bonus coming your way. You might not be able to see it yet, but it is coming your way. These are little hiccups that we all have at the beginning of any job, because it's not like you're going to be perfect at something the first time around. It takes time to learn, right? So he's like, go easy on yourself, Mom. Go easy on yourself. I'll tell you, the energy since Christmas, though, has changed dramatically around you guys. It feels so much calmer, so much more present and less gone. I don't, if that makes sense, like here and now.
It's easier to breathe.
Yeah.
It feels lighter. Like ever since the sentencing hearing and being able to get all of that weight like off my chest. I still bury a lot of things in there, and I try not to think about or bring up ever. I try to think of just the happy stuff. But there's a lot that I haven't dealt with deep in there. But I can imagine what Christina is going through, because she was with him every single day. I just got to be a part of that life and be there for him in any way that I could be. But that was her little companion for everything. So like, as much as it hurt me, I could never fathom how much it hurt her.
But here's what he said. He's like, but I'm still here now and I'm her angel now. And Christina, do you have a tattoo for him? Because he keeps showing me a tattoo around you.
We
No,
want to.
we want to get one.
And you were just talking about it?
No, we've been talking about it since he passed.
Sorry.
But I was just talking about it because I was like, hey, if I get pregnant, I don't have to wait for meds and I can go get a tattoo whenever we want. I don't have to wait anymore and have a time restriction on it. I really want this tattoo. Me, Christina, and Christy
I was
are
gonna say, take Mom, because he's saying, Mom, I
Yes.
want you to come too. And then
Three of us.
I see it as a birthday present or something, because he gave you the rose and it.
Oh my gosh, my birthday is next month.
See?
On the 8th.
He's thanking you, Amy. He's like, thank you, Auntie Amy, for giving my mommy that tattoo for her birthday, because that's what he wants. It's funny, because you know what I saw as the tattoo? You know that picture that you have on your Facebook picture? I just see a little one. One day I couldn't tell what it was. I never usually look at your guys' profile, but I looked at yours because I couldn't figure out what it was. And it's Timmy's face with like angel wings or something, right?
Yeah, we made shirts with his face.
Yes. Yeah. And so I saw that as the tattoo.
No. So what I want to do, so I had come up with it. They gave us his heartbeat.
Yeah.
And I want it right here on my wrist. And there's going to be 3 butterflies above it and his initials below. And me and my sister and my sister-in-law were going to get it because we were all in the hospital.
It was us 3 that went.
That had to do
It's
everything.
funny that how that works, because how that was 3 of us and he was born 3-3.
Say that. What do you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Timmy was born March 3rd. And so when Christina had to go to the hospital, she needed to have freaking supervision. So my sister-in-law was like, I knew I had to go. And my sister-in-law was like, me and my fiance share a car. It was going to be a whole thing. And she was like, I'll go with you. I know this is going to be insanely hard for you and you're going to need a tap out. I'll go with you. And I was like, okay. So then we called work immediately, got it off. And then we were the 3 that were always there.
It's interesting. There's a lot of threes around Timmy's life. And do you know what three?
Mm-hmm.
Because spirit speaks through numbers, and numbers have meanings just like letters have sounds. Threes are alignment. When you see threes, that energy is aligning you with your higher good. Now, the fact that your son came into your life and then exited your life is to align you with the evolution that your soul needs in this world. Every soul has a purpose, and not every soul's purpose is to live until they're 90 or 100. That would make this a really boring world. So, your son's purpose, right from the day he was born, 3-3, was to help align you in this world onto a more stable and secure footing. This was his purpose, to be your guardian angel in spirit and help align you along your way. The numbers have been there since the day he was born. 3-3. You had 3 people in the room. You see what I'm saying? You're covered by threes. That's him letting you know this was his sole purpose.
His room number is my birthday.
What?
The room number he was in is my birthday.
Not an accident.
The first day that I was on the road, I had someone with me, and a lot of the packages was like threes, and I was like, we have a lot of threes. No, the girl goes, we have a lot of threes. I go, yeah, that's funny too, because my son that had passed, he was born 3-3. She
Yeah.
goes, maybe that's a sign. I said, no, it's not maybe, it is a sign.
It is. So there's and it's multifaceted because they can mean multiple things with one sign. So it means yes, I'm here, because you see threes, you think of him, that means he's there. Spirit will use any sign or symbol that makes you think of them so that you can feel their presence, because it's literally impossible for you to be thinking of somebody if they're not right here. You thinking of them is interpreting their presence through your heart. It's kind of like you can't smell, steak cooking if it's not cooking right around in your vicinity. It has to be there for you to pick it up through your senses. You get me here? So whenever spirit uses a sign that makes you think of them, it's their way of saying, hey, I'm right here. You know me, I'm right here. But it's also giving you reassurance when you're feeling that you are disconnected and you're feeling frustrated and you're feeling a little bit out of alignment at work. It's his way to let you know that you are in alignment, that they will send the help you need. Ask for what you need and we will send it your way. Ask for what you need. You'll see threes a lot if you're focusing on the frustration and the challenge. They're a message that you have alignment in this world. Don't forget to ask for the tools that you need to overcome the challenge. Sometimes we get pissed off at the challenge and we're like, take this challenge away. I don't want it. And God's like, I'm not taking it from you. And so it just sits there and it gets bigger and heavier and worse until you ask for what you need to overcome it. But if you're too busy being frustrated by the challenge, you're not thinking about what you need to overcome it. The threes are sending you a message that you have all the power around you to align you with what you need. So ask for what you need. Don't focus on what is frustrating you. Does that make sense?
Yeah. What was really crazy was my first day out doing the route on my own. I had to go on the street that I've been avoiding since the day I went to pick him up from the babysitter and he was lifeless. I saw the house right in front of me. I was like, Timmy, really the first day I'm on my own, I gotta be on this road?
Yep.
No.
Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why? Because he's got to desensitize you to it, honey. Because if you leave that street there and you don't drive past it and you don't get used to it, you don't desensitize yourself to that, then that street's always going to have power over you. It's always going to have fear over you. It's always going to incur pain. It's always going to incur trauma. And you don't need to carry that with you for the rest of your life. He's sitting right beside you going, Mama, I'm with you. And this street is never going to hold you back. You don't have to be afraid of this street. You don't have to let it defeat you. We're going to beat that street. This is going to be your best street. You're going to have your best client on that street. You watch. You're going to have some kind of amazing client. It's going to be your favorite street to go down by the time he's done with you. This is how they transmute pain from pain to love. You have to desensitize yourself to it. You don't run away from those great pains. You put it right here, right in your face, so that you get used to it, so that you peter that energy out, and then it doesn't have the same effect on you ever again. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. It's just hard.
No, it's
Because
not
I
easy.
could still envision that day, even though it was over a year ago
Mm.
now, like it was yesterday.
Sweetie, it took me 5 years to drive past the neighborhood that the pedophiles lived in, the pedophiles who used to hurt my son. They were very close to my family, and that was my favorite neighborhood for a very long time because they lived there. And then after I found out what they did to my son, I couldn't go in that neighborhood for a very long time. I passed off birthday parties that were there. I refused to go to events that were in that neighborhood. I missed out on so many good things in this world because of that fear. What Timmy is doing is he's making sure that you don't go through that. He's making sure that you don't have to suffer those 5 years like I did. Because then what happened is almost the exact same thing that is happening with you right now. There was something that forced me to go into that neighborhood, and I had to keep going back into that neighborhood. I had to keep going back into that neighborhood until the fear wore off. Until now, when I went into that neighborhood, I associated it with the good thing that was there, and I stopped thinking about the bad. And that bad thing disappeared, and it never had power over me again. And to this day now, I can drive in that neighborhood and I might get a flash of that, but then I get a flash of the good in this neighborhood as well. You transmute it from pain to love. But this is how phobias work too. You don't run away from the phobia. You expose yourself to it a little bit at a time, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. And then you take power over that instead of it having power over you. He's not going to let his passing hurt you a day longer than it has to. And he knows that you're strong enough to be able to handle this. So he's taking you into that energy just a little bit at a time so he can desensitize you to it so that it doesn't have any more hold on you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I know it's hard, but it gets easier. I promise you it gets easier. The next time you go in that neighborhood, instead of allowing your thoughts to go, this is so hard, I remember this and I remember that, and your thoughts are going to go in that direction, you stop them and you purposefully choose what you're going to think about. You choose what you're going to think about in that moment. So in that moment, you go, thank you, God, for giving me this job. Thank you for having me in this neighborhood where I can deliver this. Thank you for giving me clear thoughts and removing the pain. Thank you for making me strong enough to do this. Thank you to me for being here and doing this. I'm so proud of me for moving through this pain. You see what I'm saying? You replace it with those thoughts and you're going to sail through that. He's very much doing that for you, not to you. And just so you know, he showed me a birthday gift. He's got some, gosh, Timmy, he's got some kind of gift on the way to you. Some kind of gift for your birthday that he's excited to align you with. It has something to do with synchronicity and alignment, putting you in the right place at the right time. Is it February 20 something? When's your birthday?
The 8th.
The 8th?
Yeah.
So by him showing me the 20s, it could be a week or two after your birthday then. So just know that this is being aligned. That's interesting. Your birthday's on the 8th? Sorry,
Yeah.
it's a little creepy. That's my ex's birthday. I like Aquariuses. My first ex, his birthday's February 9th. My second ex, his birthday's February 8th. And my third one is his mom's birthday is February 9th. 7th, 8th, 9th. Creepy. Anyway,
Wow.
as he's pulling his energy back, he's showing me something about a haircut for Sharif. Didn't we talk about
Oh
this?
my gosh. He just got his haircut today. We went today.
So he was there for that because he's like, talk about the haircut. I love the haircut. I love the haircut. See, I can't make this stuff up. He is still with you and he's very proud of you guys. And Amy, I want to know. You better share that with me. You better share that with me as soon as you find out. One more time. I just gotta. One more time. All right, God. I know. One more time. Clearly and accurately. Is this baby here? Is Amy pregnant? I want to know.
I'm sure Amy will message you. If she doesn't, I will.
I'm gonna cry. Okay. 2 cards popped out. First card is this one. Now this is where you were every other time I talked to you. This is the 10 of Wands is a very heavy energy. You feel how heavy that energy is? It's the end of a journey. It's like 1 is the start, 10 is the end. I've been carrying these wands for a long time. I've been struggling on this journey. I've been getting it there. I've been laboring there, right? And what is at the end of this journey? A brand new one, the beginning of a new one. The Ace of Wands in the tarot deck, honey, is the yes card of the tarot. At most decks, this card is drawn with this thumb up. It literally means thumbs up. This is the Golden Nouveau tarot. They designed it with the thumb this way, but whatever. It still means the same thing. It is literally thumbs up. Yes card. It shows the end of this long struggle and the beginning of a brand new adventure.
That would be so awesome.
That would be phenomenal.
I'll let you know. I've been on point this whole time, so we'll see.
I don't think it's a line that oh.
Fingers crossed.
I
Thank
hope
you.
so.
You're welcome. All right, you guys, I'm going to let them pull their energy back. I didn't miss anybody, right? I got everybody here. Awesome. This was awesome, you guys. I hope you guys had a
Thank
good
you.
I will be uploading this to my computer tonight, and I will get it posted on my YouTube channel for sure tomorrow, and then hopefully I'll remember it to post it on Facebook. But even if I forget to post it on Facebook, know that you guys can check it out on my YouTube channel. All right. Have a great night, you guys.
You too. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.